Howdy folks. Today we are going to review the BGVP DM7. These are 6 balanced armature headphones. They are made of resin. They have no vent. They use MMCX connectors. Let's pull off a tip here so you can see. I'll just say right off, BGVP has fairly bad quality control. By this point, everyone knows that. So, I'm not going to get into this too much because I don't like these. But we should talk about them. If someone has heard them, that will give you a benchmark for other things. So, just talk about the fit real quick. It's actually not bad. The bores are not too big. They're fairly light, very ergonomic. I mean, you know, the fit's pretty okay. Trying to think of anything that really matters. I like the shell or the face plates, quite nice. So I could pull up a graph on these. I don't think I'm going to though. It's not that important. I'll just talk about it. All right, so I have a Excel spreadsheet with ratings for all my headphones now, so that I can actually try and pin down things in some type of quantitative way. All right, so let's start with the price, $300. That's a lot. They do have 6 balanced armatures. Yeah, it's a lot, and here's why. Okay, so the timbre, out of a scale of 0 to 10, we're going to give it a 6, which average would be a 5, so like slightly better than average. That's not really that good because something like a Sony MH755 has like a 7 on my scale of timbre, which I would call great. And yeah, so a 6 is like barely above average. Coherency. Not great. We're going to give it an average. I suppose I could rate that a little higher. I'm assuming there's going to be some parts of the spectrum missing because of the sound. It's just boring and flat and not great. Yeah, also the bass is quite rolled off, so that, you know, if we were talking about coherency in the low bass range, not great. If we're talking about coherency in the treble range, not much extension. There may be holes there, but either way, I'm going to give it an average of about a 5. Colored sound, we're going to give this a 6, so slightly maybe better than average, that's not saying a lot. They're fairly colored, which is to say, if you listen to studio monitors and you put these in your ears, it's going to sound like a lot different. It's not even close. I'll explain that a little more as we go on. So any magic factor, any special factor. So basically, if I rate something like a 5, I'm going to call that like, I'd probably listen to it, basically. So it's good enough. I'm going to call this a 4. I don't like it. It's not got any magic for me. Stage depth, we're going to give it a 5, which is to say fairly flat. Well, okay, average. I've heard worse stuff, but it's not inspiring. I don't sink into the music with it, not that deep. Maybe like, I guess if you want to throw a number, like a few feet deep, possibly. It's just, not wonderful. Stage wideness, about a 6. Yeah, you know, it's maybe slightly wider than your ears themselves, but not much more. Certainly not exceptional. Just like a little better than average, I suppose. Imaging, about a 6. You can pinpoint things. It's not like they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's right there. It'll just be in that vague area. Yeah. Pressure buildup. These actually, I do get a pressure buildup as they stick them in my ears. I don't know why. It's just, it does that. So I'm going to give that a 0. They don't have vents. Yeah, I haven't hiked with them, but if I was to, I'd have to pull them out of my ears every few minutes and equalize the pressure, so they don't get any extra points. Isolation, about a 6. It's decent, it's okay. They are hollow, so any kind of noises will be amplified a little bit throughout the shell. Bass, not great, actually poor. They don't extend into the sub-bass range much. They do have a little bass, probably closer to a studio sound than anything, but since these aren't studio monitors and I don't intend to mix, they need to be more fun, and so I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10, which is to say worse than average. Mid's richness, so I'd probably have to look at a graph, but they did something funny. The mids sound flat, which is to say boring, and the texture is middling to poor, and not much richness. I think I said that. It's not good. Mids are a 4 on them. Treble. So, sibilants. Okay, there's no sibilants. That's a nice thing. There's also not much extension, or really any. They have sort of a, I won't call it dark, but they just don't extend very far. So we'll give it a 6. It's like a little better than average, but nothing special. And resolution about a 6. Again, nothing special. It's, plenty of dynamic drivers seem to have better extension, including the blonde, I think. And then binaural quality is going to be pretty below average, poor, nothing special, and certainly not something you'd want to listen to. So a 4. They got no special features, so there's nothing additional for that, no extra points. So overall, they get like a 77 out of, the top score I've rated so far is a 118. Sorry, let me see if I get that right. 68. I am not reading correctly. A 68 out of 118 for like the EJ07. Which is yeah. So I mean, for $300, you can just do a lot better. I mean, I like the blondes better than them. I like pretty much. I'm trying to think of something I don't like better than them. Oh, I guess probably the FH7, just because they were $475 and they were so bright I couldn't actually use them. But they have better technical qualities than the DM7, so yeah. So, would I wreck these? Hell no. No, I would not. I don't know if BGVP is ever going to come up with something that's tuned well, but I likely won't try it. So, anyway. Avoid these, folks. Have a great day.